Now, I've worked on most every single major side hustle and gig platform, and that's all I do here, helping you make money in different side hustles. Well, apparently, Vincent Chan has 16 side hustles that no one is talking about for 2023. So I want to see which one of these I've maybe missed, ones that we should give more attention to, or ones that we should be doubling down on this year. I'm curious because I feel like some of these are going to be ones that I have definitely talked about. Maybe affiliate income, selling a product, course, or service, like entrepreneurship, probably maybe real estate. We could say, well, let's find out. I'm really curious here. Let's hear it.
This guy made $200,000 in 2022 with it, and it's really an untapped market. Selling premium Notion templates and tools.
What?
Think of Notion as a combined Google Drive, Jira, Trello, and Evernote on
What?
steroids. Basically, Notion lets you build out custom templates and workspaces like a content calendar, progress tracker, budget management tool, and more.
That makes me think, actually, hats off, Vincent. I have not even heard about this. Notion templates. What I have done, speaking of templates, is the reason, listen to this, the reason people buy is to solve a problem, whatever it is. You buy something, it's to solve some kind of problem in your life. So for you, if you're working on a side hustle app, like let's say food delivery mainly, or even, groceries shipped in Instacart, stuff like that, how do you track your numbers? And moreover, not just the miles and like the hours you drove, but how can you understand actually what the data is telling you? So I created a template, a basic spreadsheet, nothing fancy. It's probably like sixth grade stuff. I don't know. It's super easy to use, but you just type in the info and it auto calculates using data for 2023. And it tells you basic, but standard stuff. Like how much am I making per hour? How much am I making per mile, which is very important on these gig apps.
The second business is One Magic Lamp, and there's so much opportunity in this space because it's relatively new. And it's called content recycling. I actually met a guy in November who was making thousands every single month from turning blog posts into LinkedIn posts. To start, reach out to content creators and businesses on any social platform and offer to repurpose their platform content, like a YouTube video to TikTok
I get
video.
that, yeah, repurposing content. So if you have video, actually this is really good because think about this. If you do have video editing skills, you only need to, it's the age of the internet and tech. You DM people, you DM smaller creators, mid-tier, even, why not? You can DM anyone you want. Companies as well, companies and brands. And you can say, and I have seen this, I won't name companies, but I've seen big companies with absolutely awful social media presence and not, I guess, S&P 500 level, but there are companies that are not doing enough and they're not optimizing across socials. So if you have that skill, that's something I could use here as well to repurpose content, 100%.
Third business is starting a very specific type of YouTube channel, one that's focused on educational content. On my first year on YouTube with educational content, I made over $500,000.
Monetizing across social, specifically YouTube, that's what Vincent's done impressively with just 69 videos, reaching 500,000+ subscribers. And I know for a fact the best practices that content creators are using in 2023 and beyond on YouTube. I have done this myself, and 1,100 videos, 17 million views in 6+ years. That is why I just launched a brand new course, Mastering YouTube, to teach you how to do this. Because the last thing you want if you're gonna go for YouTube, either as a solo content creator or your business, is to waste your time and make 1,000 videos that aren't gonna get 17 million views, that aren't gonna generate the kind of money that you want for yourself and your business. That course is 7 hours. It has a 7-week follow-up plan. It has a resources guide with links, other creators to follow, 55 video modules, and just for a limited time, because that just launched, you can get 40% off at checkout. Use code LAUNCH. It's at yourdrivermight.com/YouTube.
The fourth business is starting a very specific type of digital agency, which is actually a lot more simple than the name implies.
Interesting.
I'll show you the best way to break into this field without any experience. An agency just means you're selling some type of service to another party, but you want to focus on the digital marketing space. What you want to do first is just start your digital agency by offering just one type of digital service, whether that's SEO, PPC, branding, growth marketing, content marketing, and there's a bunch more here.
I know it sounds like, well, I have no idea where to start. I don't have really experience in this. If you use social media and after just probably, I say 6 months of research, real research, like deep dive into how this stuff really works, you can get enough experience to help out smaller creators, smaller businesses, because you don't need to be the absolute best person in the world. You just got to be ahead of the person behind you that needs help, because that person that needs help, and this is really what our course Mastering YouTube does, is it answers questions and it gets them from here to where they want to be over here.
Fifth is One Magic Lamp, real life arbitrage. And you don't need any money to start. One, people will sell their old things in garage sales for cheap for extra money. And two, people move to smaller places and will need to get rid of their stuff, and some will give it away for free on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Where you come in is you're taking these items and selling them for a profit online.
Yeah.
Check out these websites or visit local garage.
So that's flipping items. I mean, we have talked about that before. The only thing with that is you are using the time for the money per se, because you got to go there, you got to source stuff. You could do this at Goodwill, have a margin on the goods there, garage sales. I mean, yeah, the offer up. I'm not a huge fan of that. Couch flipping, I've heard that as well. I'm just a little concerned of, really, is the juice worth the squeeze on that one?
Sixth is copywriting.
So you can see here, the art of persuading people using the written word. I mean, it's like the course, Mastering YouTube, limited time, use code launch, 40% off. That's the copy was what I wrote, basically the sales script. And there is a real science behind, again, persuading through words. So I get that. If you're good at sales maybe, or, or writing, but you don't want to be in hard sales per se, that could work.
Seventh is high ticket sales. Basically being able to sell premium products and services and getting a sales commission.
Yeah, it's like real estate. I mean, that's one example of a high ticket sale basically. So if I can sell, what's a high ticket item? Like 1,000 plus? Yeah, it depends on your industry, I'm sure. Like 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is. Car sales, right? If I'm getting a commission, and I mean, it makes sense. If I can sell 10 homes a month, I don't know what real estate agents do, comment down below. If I can sell 2 cars a week and I'm making what, X amount commission on that, then you can make a lot of money.
Next is selling very niche things on Etsy, a marketplace focused on digital or physical artsy stuff. And the top merchants on this site are making millions each month.
Ooh, you know what?
Monthly sales.
So, look at this here. Some sellers on Etsy, 49,000 monthly sales. I mean, they're killing it. They're Caitlin Minimalist crushing compared to the gap there, 29 from the second place, third place. That's interesting. You know what? I've never bought something on Etsy. Comment down below if you have. But if you're a creative, you have an avenue on Etsy. You don't necessarily want to, because think about it. If you make your own website, then just you and a team, whatever, has to draw people to the website. Versus Etsy, you have a home base where if someone's searching for, well, I'll give you an example that I used to live in San Diego, California, look to get back someday. And I like having the memory of San Diego. And I already have 3 pictures or whatever it is, but I wanted something a little different. So I went on Etsy and I was looking for a wood map, whatever it is, with the acrylic of San Diego.
Next is 2 magic lamps, and all you really need is to live in an apartment or a house.
I live in an apartment.
Renting out your extra space to store other people's stuff.
I recommended something to my brother. It was Peerspace, because I've used Peerspace for a film studio, but you can rent out your space for creatives, whatever. It's not necessarily storage, but I'm sure there's apps that are for storage rentals. So he had a garage that he wasn't really using at the time. So I said, hey, I mean, you've tried Airbnb before. This is Peerspace where someone would just use that garage space.
Next is One Magic Lamp. And it's not really a business, just a really smart way to make money in the long term. Investing.
I kind of like that. I mean, that's basically what I do. I dollar cost average in my stock positions. I have ETFs and maybe REITs, but I'm more looking into physical real estate. but I said it in that video. I really do believe in investing.
The next business is One Magic Lamp, and it's creating on demand with a twist. All you need are 2 free websites. First is Etsy, a marketplace to sell your items, and 2, any print-on-demand website.
Shopify,
like these.
right.
How these 2 sites fit together is 1.
Yeah, I mean, on demand, also called like print on demand for usually t-shirts in the past, but it's just Shopify is the big one where a product isn't manufactured until a sale is made. Redbubble as well. I think Vincent might have cited Redbubble, but I used it briefly to make t-shirts, like merch for the channel here, because I'm not a fan of holding inventory. You know, I had a roommate who had a custom clothing line, but he was holding physical inventory. Even though he was holding physical inventory in a personal location, so that's just to say he's not paying like separate rents on an office or a warehouse, you're still sitting on all of that inventory. So I am more of a fan of the on-demand platforms than especially holding inventory in a location where you are going to pay rent. So good stuff from Vincent. Some of those we have talked about, I feel, or at least tried, but some of those we've uncovered a little bit more, I'd say. So let me know which stand out, which you'd like to try, any aha moments as well. And we'll have Vincent linked down below as well. Make sure to check out that Mastering YouTube course if that's your thing. Drop a like on this video. I'll see you in the next one.